Washington Huskies. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Hawkeyes offense will have the football first. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game. Now, I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So, no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some...
He's going for it all. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Got room on the return.
And that right there is a huge reason why this team has a winning record coming into this game. Their defense takes the ball away. And here on the opening drive, you see the athleticism in the back end of the defense picking it off and putting it in great field position for their own.
So Washington's offense will have its first possession of the game. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Now the connection takes it to the 11. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback making adjustments. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. He got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Washington.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he's going to try to return this one. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carry.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Lewis to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got him. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can...
He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes a grab for a big play. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
And And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, first and goal. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Now the play fake. He wants it all. Touchdown, Iowa! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Well, the defense is going to have to find an answer for this tight end down in the end zone. You cannot allow that guy that much space.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. Temple rolled to victory in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. Always fun to see two of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that first down.
The give to the lone running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. Turning it on. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Completes it in the middle. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Washington wants to go quickly.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
To the ground with the back. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting.
Working that left side. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Well, if you're going to be in the Heisman picture, you got to make plays week in, week out at receiver, and that's what he does. He's a good route runner. He's reliable, and he's got speed to take it to the house. Top 5 in the nation right now in receiving yards.
Touchdown, Huskies! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together an 81-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Slings it downfield. Working the middle. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. On the ground, it's Rudofsky. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll give it to the back. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Looking to fire. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Might be changing the route. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Quick completion on the out route. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line. The Huskies are facing 3rd and inches. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa has the ball back on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down at 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. We'll send the tight end in motion. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Lewis wants to pass. Finds the tight end. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and you add the answer to the test right there.
They just find ways to find the big fellas. Those big tight ends are huge targets for the quarterbacks. The throws are usually in between the numbers. That makes it pretty easy. Usually sure-handed guys like that just come across the field and make plays for him.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Hawkeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Takes the handoff. It's Trudovsky. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. He got loose, almost housed and finally dragged down at the 32.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide in these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Touchdown, Hawkeyes! Grab the short pass to put the 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being at it.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Lewis to throw. Finds his big tight end. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very good. Not a productive first down play.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third. Sneak gets it done.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Oklahoma rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that produced 4 winners of the award between 2003 and 2018. Big implications today and a notable result as one team trends upward and the other has some work to do.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Makes the catch. It's London. There he goes. Attack. Touchdown, Huskies. And once he found open space, the man...
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Lewis wants to pass. Got his man quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
A nice job by the quarterback there, working through his progressions. Nothing open down the field, so he checks it down to his drag route coming from the slot receiver to get the completion.
Motion from the back. Wants to fire on second down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Caught behind the line. It's Trudowski. He's brought down at the 33 as the defense keeps him away from that first down marker. Fourth down coming up. And the Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Handoff to the lone back. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He finds a dead spot in the middle. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
This guy reminds you a little bit of Devontae Smith back in Alabama winning the Heisman. This guy makes plays week in, week out. Top 5 right now in the nation in receiving yards, and that's why he's in the Heisman discussion.
And the Huskies will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Handoff from the shotgun. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Looking to throw. Touchdown, Washington! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Well, this defense was ready for go-backs. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He lost one down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Catch in the middle, it's Peterson. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4. The Hawkeyes are in the hurry-up. Lewis to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. They'll immediately call timeout. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Now the lead is down to 11. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Got his man in the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physical.
He lobs one high down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
With the run on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical.
Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Washington. All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just He's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying his defense.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Bunch formation for these receivers. Running back searching for a hole. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. And the Hawkeyes will hustle to the line.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. From the gun, running back gets to give. Running into the open space. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. The Hawkeyes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. First down here for the offense. Looking for space. It's Judovsky. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Can't make the connection, the pressure there. Timing.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Peterson. Touchdown, Iowa! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And he tacked on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He might want another play. Going to swing it on second down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Gets it out fast. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. He'll take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Washington sends out the punt team. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Judovsky. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Lewis wants to pass. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, defenders have to really understand body positioning and where the football's coming from. And great job understanding that, getting in the way of the route, knocking the ball down, batting it away. making a good play for that defense.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Leaves it with the back. Shows him the stiff arm. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
You know, because this offense doesn't use the fullback too often, it's almost as if the defense forgot about him on that last play. He goes out and catches the ball for a first down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? Snagged in the middle. It's Cameron. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Lewis to throw. Got his man. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
To the air on second down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
We just need better execution on offense right now. Not able to get it done on first down, and now they give up the sack. If you're the head coach right now, you might want to think about a timeout, make sure your guys have their minds right.
A touchdown here on third and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. From the gun, wants to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. Field goal attempt coming that would make it a one-possession game, but he'll have to do it into the teeth of this crowd.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
The Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And how about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
Might be calling a hot route. To the air on first down. He's going to throw deep right side. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Huskies. Once he got some room, it was over. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in CUSA is so very critical. How about this one today? Louisiana Tech is on top, but it's not like Terry Bradshaw is playing quarterback today, which is why they can't.
And the ball is loose on the return. Almost a disaster on that return, but they jump on it and they'll maintain possession.
Wow. Narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them, so a nice job being able to pounce back on that, and the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Hawkeyes want to pick up the tempo.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
Oh, they're after him! The Hawkeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Lewis wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Ezukama. And he'll be brought down. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Bring in the heat. Complete out of the backfield. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
They'll go to the ground. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And the Huskies come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Grab near the sticks. It's London. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they've put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They've dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the part each and every week. And that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team